In these sessions, we will see how uh, reference or bibliographic information can be retrieved from some standard databases like Scopus, Web of Science, or Pubmed, etc. So there are a lot of different libraries that hold the literature information or indexed articles. And first of all, we will see what are the major libraries, or at least some of the major libraries that is accessible to you at the University of Calicut. And then we'll see how you will use the uh, softwares like Zotero or Mendeley for writing the thesis or writing the research paper using this database. So you are all familiar, at least familiar with PubMed. You can download the literature information from PubMed. For example, if you are targeting COVID-19, you can search the PubMed database, and in the PubMed database, you have say after giving a query term, you will have a lot of results. You can see that there are 166,232 results related with COVID-19. You can see that within a short period of 1.5 years, you have almost more than 1.5 lakhs articles that is available in the database. So there are different filtering options. On the left side, you can see that there is books or case reports, clinical trials, and journal articles, meta-analysis. Meta-analysis is basically a form of review. At least I have explained that to the microbiology students at least. So this meta-analysis is the summarizing the data of similar observations by different researchers from from different institutes, and that's a statistical analysis method used for a review of the different works done at the different locations. Now, basically, if you are writing a research article, you will be more depending on journal articles. So right now, while doing a PubMed search, you can see that there are, say, these different options for filtering the search results. Okay. So basically, if you are writing a scientific article, then if it is not directly related with some medical research, then that will be mostly a journal article. Okay. And if it is a medical research, then you will be depending on more on case reports, clinical studies, or clinical trials, etc. And as we have mentioned in the course page, there are some libraries like Cochrane library, which is especially available libraries for such medical research related data and medical reviews. Okay, so right now your interest is basically more on journal articles. For example, if you prepare a review, if you want to prepare a review, then you will basically filter your results based on journal articles, because the other ones, because you don't want to further review a review or a systematic review or meta-analysis. All these are actually reviews. So you require original articles for a review, and then in that case you will exclude this one. So if you click on this journal article, all the articles, for example, out of the 1,66,000, now almost say 40,000 is now excluded, because they were basically clinical reports or case studies or clinical trials or different forms of reviews, which is not of interest to you when you are writing a review. So you will mostly you will depend on original research articles that can be filtered. So such filters can be applied according to your requirement. Now, so for every PubMed article, there is a title which will be self-explanatory. Usually, the nature of the work is explained in that one. Now, there is a author information, the journal, and the journal information actually that includes the year, public, and OLEM issue, and the page numbers, and also there is a unique identifier number known as a DOI number. So that is actually available here. Okay. And there is also another ID, that is a PM ID or PubMed ID number. These are unique reference IDs for this particular article. So you can download all these articles or all these references by send to my bibliography or citation manager. So there are different options. If you have a citation manager like Zotero or a Mendeley or EndNote software, you can directly send the selected citations by selecting here. Say if you are interested in these two, you can select that one. Of course, there is an option for opening one of them and viewing the details and including the abstracts and keywords, etc. And the related articles will be available below. And if you are not going to read and further on that particular article, you can select at least the first one, second one, or the interest article, and selective articles can be selected, and later on you can say send to my bibliography. Actually, if it is a my bibliography, it is saved in the concerned PubMed login itself, or you can select a citation manager. So the citations, selected 4 citations will be selected, and even you can select the entire page. So for example, all the results includes 1,28,242. All the results or the page. The page may be initially it is 20 results or 10 results. Okay, so you can either select some of the selected articles, or the entire page or entire results can be selected, and you can create a file. So this file is created as a NBIB file, and this is a format that can be recognized by most of the softwares like let's say EndNote or some other bibliography management softwares. Okay, so likewise you can download these results. And there is a there is another option that we will discuss later. So this is one of the methods in which you can download the selected articles from, or the citations from PubMed, and say you can save it in your computer, the selected articles. Okay. Now I can show you some other method. Say let us see some of the keywords that is generated here. For PubMed, you can use such a format like so this format can be selected, and I will paste it in a Word. I think the text is now visible. So this is a particular advanced search format in which say the term tuberculosis in title and MDR, the term MDR in title, or the term drug resistant. So because if there is a hyphen or space between them, then the term can be given in double quotes, and the term drug resistant or drug space resistant in title. So whatever terms that you are expecting in the title of the article can be combined together using such a query string. So this is a form of Boolean search. You can create such a string, and later on that can be given in the advanced search option of here we have a advanced search option. So in the advanced search option, you can create give such a query string. So whatever terms that you are expecting in combination can be given to the query box, and you can click on search. So say 150 results were obtained, and all these terms in combination were applied. Now, so 150 results were listed. So this is how you will give a query term, an advanced query term to the PubMed site. And there is another option. If you don't know how to create a string, then there is another option. You can select, say, in the title. So here is a title. So you will give the first term, for example, COVID-19, and you will add. And again, the second term, India. So COVID-19 and term. So the string will be automatically generated. And again, in the title, say treatment. So now in combination, you can create a string by giving the concerned terms wherever you are looking in the title or in the abstract or in the other fields, maybe in the other field, what are the fields that you are expecting, and that field can be selected and the concerned query term can be given here. It will be added to the string or the query box. Then you can click on search, so that will result in say 9 results, which includes treatment, COVID-19 and the term India all in the title. So that articles can be selectively uh, filtered and downloaded. So this is how you give an advanced search query into the PubMed search box. Is it clear? Okay. Now there is another option. I am actually familiarizing you with two options. That is a first one, that is a PubMed. The second one is Web of Science. It is also available for University of Calicut. Whereas the other one, like say the Cochrane Library or Scopus, all these were not accessible to us because it is actually subscription based. And even UGC or the centralized purchase of the UGC for our university doesn't include Scopus or Cochrane Library. So, and basically all these databases were sharing the information or the same data contains in both Web of Science and Scopus. Almost 95% of the data or the articles that is listed in Web of Science will be available in Scopus also. So you can basically depend on PubMed and Web of Science, which is accessible to you, and that will be sufficient for writing an article or a review article.